good day to you all. If you would please put your palms together for a meditation reading. Listen. Listen to the voice of the Dharma. Listen to the birds singing in the morning, the wind sighing in the boughs overhead, and the roar of the waves on the beach. The Dharma speaks to us through the sounds of the world, forcefully and eloquently and beautifully. It speaks of the unending change around us, the immutable truth of interdependence, and the peace in nature. Do we have the ears to hear and listen? Listen to the Nembutsu no Hondo. Listen to the noble silence of the Buddha. By Reverend Kenju T. Tsuji. Excerpts from the poem Listen from the book The Heart of the Buddha Dharma. If you would please join me in Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu. Depending on the events of the time, it seems as though the days are either passing quickly or slows down in its movement. Not only have we had to contend with the pandemic, but also we have been faced with the fire in Avila, now the ones near Salinas, Watsonville, Big Sur, Napa, and Sonoma. For a few days, we smelled the residue of smoke from the fire. It has been a trying time for all of us, filled with trepidation, uncertainty, and definitely chaos. In all of this turmoil, we share Namu Amida Butsu for the safety of others as well as for ourselves. Even during this time, our lives are more complicated with the stress of losing a loved one. With all the added burdens, we must add this fact of impermanence. Some funerals have been put on hold and only had burials or limited to the number of people in attendance. Some are being held over a Zoom service. We wonder when all this madness will stop. We have our Namu Amida Butsu to help us to recover from this stress and woe. On the lighter side, I still have wisteria blooming in the yard. This is the third time since spring that it has blossomed. There are more deer coming down to nibble on the trees in the yard. We still have the begging raccoons and the ever so quiet possums. These are just a few reminders of how fortunate we are to live in this area. We share our gratitude and thankfulness, knowing there is still a bit of sanity during this time. Having so much open space, the church has had 2 weddings. They were small in number. One wedding, only the couple, and the other had just a couple with immediate family of 4. We took the extra precautions, and both weddings were outside, and it was a beautiful day. It is an uplifting feeling to witness something of pleasure rather than doom and gloom. Birthdays still come and go. Yes, we have a birthday each year, and no matter what we do to try to outrun them, they still catch up with us. But of course, I have planted my feet firmly in the ground and have remained 30 years old for a few decades. Some birthdays are good and some we like to forget. This year was a good year. I received a very special gift from some friends. Inside the box, a surprise awaited me, and it was a very pleasant one at that. It was a Halloween wreath of black and orange flowers with skulls on it. They know this is one of my favorite fun holidays. Also, another favorite item included in the box was a pair of tie-dye cat socks. Even my cat Shunky was given a surprise. The pair of socks had a caricature of his face on it, and later on, the empty box was left for him to play in. In addition to all this, I was also given a tie-dye bandana, which can be worn on the head or as a mask. Last and not least, I received a homemade 2-level candle that smells like cherry. It smells so good. I think I sniffed all the smell out of the candle. I really wanted to eat the candle. We could not be together this year, so this present was our way of celebrating. I received many well wishes, and each wish brought a smile to my face. All those who know me ask if I was 30 again, and my answer is always, of course. Yet most cherished, I also have the light of Amida Buddha to brighten the day. I may stretch my age, yet I am accepted for who I am. Nembutsu showers us with the warmth in these days of uncertainty. And it is Nembutsu that can put a smile on our faces. It is a smile of peace and joy, of knowing the light of Amida embraces us. It is our sharing of Nembutsu, or Namu Amida Butsu, that can turn a blah so-so day into sunshine, uplifting our spirits or bringing peace to our hearts. We just have to stop and remember Namu Amida Butsu and rely on its guidance and direction. Do we take the time, or yet do we want to take the time? Questions we must ask ourselves. The answers are within the heart and mind, and it takes searching and thinking on our parts. When I open the church's doors, I can hear generations of Nembutsu emanating from the Hondo. It is a quiet sound of whispers of Namu Amida Butsu, and it brings a sigh of joy. When we chant the words of the Buddha, it can be a meditative effect on our thinking. We focus on the written language without the translation, yet it is soothing, and the sound of the chant washes over us to bring a readiness to hear the Dharma. It is the many voices of Namu Amida Butsu that blend into each other, that reverberates the sound as if one voice. This is the voice of Sangha, Nembutsu followers, as those similar who have heard and listened to Shinran during his time. We are travelers seeking truth of our true self. We are faced with struggles every day, Yet how fortunate we are to have Namu Amida Butsu when we want it. We only have to listen to our sound and seek its meaning for us. At times the journey is difficult. However, our life's experiences will play a part in our grasping and discovery of our meaning in Namu Amida Butsu. In the meantime, birthdays come and go, and I may up my age next year to 31, but we shall see. We celebrate the ways we can, and it is Namu Amida Butsu in gratitude and thankfulness for never being abandoned in times of stress and woe, as well as in our joy. As we mature, our hearing becomes deeper, and our understanding in Nembutsu is more beneficial for peace and harmony in our lives. As always, be safe, stay well, continue with precautions asked, and it is always Namu Amida Butsu. If you would, please put your palms together for Gasho. Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Namu Amida Butsu, Nama Nos, Nama Nos.